he mentioned the caregivers. The caregivers are the ones that bear the brunt of Alzheimer's, dementia, any of these diseases. Josh Pettit is one heck of a guy.
Yeah, really.
You may have seen this video online.
Yeah, it went viral on TikTok.
His mother's name is Betty. Josh is her caregiver. And there is a clip of Betty seeing herself in the mirror and not recognizing who that is and being introduced to this other lady named Betty. That's where our conversation picks up. How long did it take once your mother started to exhibit symptoms before she reached that point to where she didn't even recognize her own reflection?
That had probably been about 7 years. She had some other health issues, but we were beginning to notice the memory. She had some struggles with cancer and things like that, but the memory issues were coming along with all of that. But she went through a series of surgeries and things. So we didn't really pursue or get the official Alzheimer diagnosis until we dealt with those other things. But overall, at that point, it had probably been about 7 years of coming to that point.
Just out of curiosity, do you feel like the cancer, and you mentioned some other health problems and surgeries, do you feel like those things exacerbated the condition a little bit? I only ask because I remember Debbie lost her mother and my mother-in-law to dementia, and it was rapid onset dementia after she had a bout with pneumonia. And it's always been fascinating to me how fast sometimes these things can come on, and also how gradual they can.
Some studies show that the anesthesia can accelerate it. So in a period of a couple years, she had a hip surgery, a colon surgery, a hernia surgery, a lung surgery, a kidney surgery, really in like about a 2-year period. So she had a lot in a short period of time that really seemed to accelerate. Like after every surgery, we kind of never went back to baseline, and you weren't sure what was recovery and what was the Alzheimer's creeping in. So that's why it did seem to rapidly accelerate after she dealt with all of those things.
And Josh, the TikTok video that we referenced earlier on was of your mom, Betty, and it was as if she was meeting herself for the first time in a full-length mirror. How was that experience for you and for her subsequently?
You know, it was just kind of one of those moments. I'd done silly things on TikTok. I'd never really done anything serious on TikTok. And we were on vacation at a beach house that had this full-length mirror as she went into her bedroom. It was a couple of years ago at Thanksgiving time. And walking in, you know, she started doing that. And I just thought it was cute and filmed it and put it on my personal Facebook page. And I had several friends kind of joke that that's going to go viral, that's going to go viral. And I didn't even really think about that. I just, to be silly, I threw it on TikTok as well. And by the morning, we woke up, you know, and I'm like, my gosh, 10,000 people have watched this video in a few hours. And by afternoon, I think we were up to the millions. And it kind of rapidly spiraled after that. So we got to experience what it is when something like that goes viral. And we started to get all these messages from people. And like you spoke about, you know, everybody's got a family member or mother or father, grandmother. It seems this disease is more widespread than I was aware of initially. And we started to get all these messages from people about, you know, everybody's been through it and experienced it. And or some people, if they weren't curious, if they hadn't experienced, they were curious about, does she really not know who she is? And how, you know, they can't even comprehend that. So it was a good awareness thing. Not only did she remind people of their loved ones, but it also was an awareness thing to people that maybe did not understand the disease.
We're raising money today, not just for research, but we're raising money to ease the burden on the caregivers as well. Whatever you can do, we invite you to donate.
Yeah, just like these folks, we want to give out a shout out for their generosity. Touchpoint Property Management, Emily Stack in memory of her dad, Jerry. Linda Becciarelli. We also want to thank Wendy Jenkins, Michelle Truax, and there's so many more. If you would like to become a donor, text DONATE to 704-570-1037. You can donate on our website at country1037fm.com or our Country 1037 app.